I'm going to call the meeting to order. If everybody would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to the Planning Commission meeting for August. Right now we have public comment time. There's no one here for this, but I'll say that. Is anybody here online that has a general comment that they'd like to make? Hearing none. Moving on to Planning Commission regular meeting minutes from June 6th. Everybody had a chance to review those. Remember back to June.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 6th.
A motion and a second.
That's a state I wasn't here.
I wasn't here either.
And I'll second. Could probably still seconds. All in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. You gotta vote the meeting.
Okay, fine.
I read them.
All right. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, I will be abstaining from voting on this because I was involved in this, but this is a consideration of an application for preliminary and final minor subdivision approval from Chester Petrina for the Petrina subdivision plan number 1, located at 300 Petrina Lane in the R2 suburban residential district. And I see Mr. Petrina is here. Yes. Yes. So this is your application, right? Yes. Okay. Anything you want to say to the board? Okay. Any comments from the engineer? Okay.
So you recommend approval?
We're a preliminary and final, right? Okay. Resident engineers, take a look at the drawing.
A line shift back there. I can't see with my glasses. I need a big set.
That's what I'm wondering too, Fred, because it's like there's a triangle piece and the line looks like it's just being, it
Yeah,
says
it's just.
lot line extinguished and moving over. Is that what's
correct.
Are all the utilities shown on here?
The utilities are not shown. Simple subdivision. Just the line shift.
Usually we show sanitary sewer. I can't tell where.
No.
Oh. A little bit out of the service area. Planning module done on this by chance?
Pardon me?
Did you have a DEP planning module done?
We followed everything with Washington County.
Sanitation?
It was all ran through them and they cleared it and sent it out.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the planning commission, Washington County Planning Commission. There's the Washington County Sanitation Council that does on-lot systems. When you're doing a subdivision, there should be a planning module to go with that. Basically shows that the property doesn't have a malfunction in the septic system. And before they go forward with the subdivision where, you know, it's more, it isn't necessary with this, even though planning module should be done. It's more or less a farmhouse that had 20 acres and they sell 19 acres and they keep 1 acre with the farmhouse. Then they find out the farmhouse has a bad septic and they don't have any property now to fix it on. So that was the main purpose. So the septic system, you know, you have available property if you have a malfunction. And that's why the planning module requires a visual inspection of the septic system. They don't have to do a dye test or anything like that, but they require a visual inspection.
So the parcel in question is separate from where the parcel that I live on.
Yeah.
The septic that's on that parcel where our house is at. It's not even close.
Yeah,
It's not even close.
but the parcel, now let me ask you this, the parcel that it's an empty parcel that doesn't have a house on it, does that
There's
parcel?
there's no house on it. There's a block building. And that's it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is does that parcel have an approved septic site? on it?
What parcel?
The parcel that does not have the house. Because you need, in Pennsylvania, you're not allowed to subdivide property without having some kind of adequate sewage, either public sewage or it has an approved on-lots.
I don't even know that it would meet the ordinances to even build on that parcel, period. I don't think it would comply with anything about building on.
If Bill decides to do it, he could get a non-building.
I was gonna say that, Harshman should put on here, there's a non-building waiver for that lot that doesn't have a house, but doesn't have a perk site. That just basically says you acknowledge that you don't have any suitable perk site here, and if you ever do, you have to have a test. My one comment on this, I can't read it, is you should have Harshman put a non-building waiver on this survey. It's concurred on by our solicitor.
No, you're right, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I mean, so you put it, if it's not,
If it's not gonna be a building site, you have to either address it in some fashion. You can't.
you understand what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think, Harshman could put that on there. That way, the township's covered, really.
So if someone wants to make a motion to approve the plan as submitted, based upon the recommendations of the township engineer with the provision that Harshman CE Group place a non-building waiver statement on the same.
On the survey. So I'll make a motion to approve the subdivision.
First,
Go ahead.
if you want to pick approve it, I'm just curious, was this, I was thinking these were two separate lots, like the triangular lot is a separate lot and you're combining the two, but that's not. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense then, that's. Let me know like that. Okay, sorry, he has a little bit more understanding than I do of drawing, so. Okay, go ahead.
All right, well, I will make a motion to approve or recommend to the Board of Supervisors for preliminary and final approval of the Katrina subdivision line shift, subject to non-building waiver being added to the survey by Harshman Group.
Motion to second.
Second.
Okay.
Again, I
Can I
am,
just ask one quick question, please?
Yeah,
When you say non-building, exactly what do you mean by non-building?
it's a that means you're subdividing the property off, but you're not gonna build on
Building meaning
it. You're not gonna construct a dwelling.
a dwelling.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have a building on like a garage or
Yeah,
a whole
yeah.
building, that doesn't count.
Okay, so
That's what
is
that
that
the
clarified?
non-building waiver pertains to sewage. You're not gonna be putting something
Right,
that's
exactly.
gonna generate sewage.
So does that come under the definition then of building, that it's a dwelling?
That's the DEP form is called a non-building waiver. And it means you're not building something. Doesn't mean you're not gonna have a building. It's a non-building waiver. You're not gonna build something that's gonna generate sewage.
What do you plan to build on there?
I don't plan on building anything at this station. I just want to clarify that, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want a clarification.
Really, the only next building that you have to build would have to be a dwelling. You really can't have non-dwelling structure, accessory structure, without primary structure. But your Harshman is calling out that the building that's there is non-conforming. We're good with
Right.
All those, motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Jamie can go, or Harshman can call Scott if they have any questions.
I can
Talk about Scott, you can
revise
revise
the
that.
letter and send it to you.
So they just change the drawing.
So you send a letter to him then?
And that's nothing like out of order. Non-building waiver, they have certain language that they have boilerplate language that goes in there. That's what Jamie will use.
So this all has to be taken care of before the supervisors address it?
Oh, it'll be taken care of.
Yeah, and you should just be adding a notation on the drawings, so it shouldn't be a big deal for him to just revise the drawing.
Okay, good enough. Ship it over.
All right,
You're done.
thanks.
You're welcome.
See ya.
Make a recommendation.
But that's too quick.
Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.